Steam's Next Fest started today, which means there are hundreds of new demos sitting on the storefront, and honestly, it is exhausting to sift through the garbage. I've spent the last few days looking at the massive list of upcoming releases, and the sheer volume of titles is overwhelming. I know you have busy schedules and cannot test 50 different games, so I've done the testing for you. I've played through the farming simulators, the shop managers, and the cozy narrative games to separate the good from the bad, and I narrowed down the massive list to the absolute best. Here are the 10 cozy game demos you actually need to download right now for Steam Next Fest February 2026. Before we get to the games, I want to mention my recording setup for this list. I've played all of these PC demos straight from my bed on the Steam Deck. Capturing the gameplay footage was incredibly easy thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Ava Media, and their new Elite Go GC313 Pro. The Elite Go is a 100 watt charging capture station, and it completely replaces the need for a traditional dock. You can connect it directly to your Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, Switch 2 or iPad via a single USB-C cable. You don't need any bulky adapters, and it is the world's first capture card that charges your device with 100 watts fast charging while you stream or record. It captures smooth 1080p video directly to your computer while passing through stunning 4K video to your television or monitor. I found it incredibly useful to just plug it into the wall, connect my Steam Deck, and immediately start recording. I highly recommend getting the Elite Go. Check the link in the description to see the specs and pick one up. Starting off at number 10, we have Bad Delivery Pizza Your Heart. This is an otome RPG, which is essentially a story-rich dating sim where you work at a local pizza place. You play as Belle, a recent college graduate who desperately needs money to pay her rent, and I found the writing in this game to be genuinely hilarious. The dialogue is sharp, and the characters are instantly likable. The gameplay consists of managing your shifts, learning different pizza recipes, and going on delivery runs. You also interact with your co-workers and figure out their schedules to maximize your chance to mingle. I played the demo twice to see the different dialogue options during the shifts, and I found the pizza making minigame to be surprisingly engaging. You have to memorize the orders and build the pizzas quickly, which adds a fun layer of management to the experience. I love that this game proves cozy titles can be entirely narrative and character driven. You can have a relaxing time without complex farming mechanics. Making a pepperoni pizza and laughing at clever jokes is completely valid, and I highly recommend downloading this demo if you enjoy visual novels with interactive minigames. Moving on to number 9, we have Northgale. This is a serene exploration game set in beautiful Nordic landscapes, and the core mechanic involves flying a kite to traverse the environment. Your kite is possessed by the spirit of the northern wind, and you use it to glide over majestic fjords and misty forests. The main goal is to solve wind-based puzzles, rescue hidden gnomes, and gather resources to restore your ruined homestead. There is zero combat in Northgale. I played through the entire demo without ever feeling stressed. The physics-based flight feels incredibly smooth, and I found it easy to pick up the controls. Learning how to catch the updrafts to reach new heights is very rewarding. I spent a large portion of my time just flying around to look at the scenery. The environmental storytelling is incredibly effective at showing you the history of the ruined homestead. The visuals are breathtaking, and every frame looks like a hand-painted piece of concept art. I highly recommend this game to anyone who enjoys peaceful traversal mechanics and Scandinavian folklore. It is a quiet, atmospheric game that focuses entirely on movement and discovery. Number 8 on my list is Clean Up Earth. The premise here is very straightforward. You use a giant vacuum to suck up trash and restore polluted environments. You walk into a zone covered in garbage, activate your vacuum, and clear the debris until the area is pristine and green. This is the ultimate turn off your brain and relax game. I played this demo late at night, and I found the repetitive nature of the tasks to be deeply calming. There is a highly satisfying visual progression as you slowly reveal the clean environment underneath the pollution. You hold down a button, watch the trash disappear into your vacuum, and listen to the ambient nature sounds return to the area. I found myself actively seeking out every single piece of trash just to see the completion meter reach 100%. I played this after a long day of writing scripts, and it immediately lowered my anxiety levels. I highly recommend Clean Up Earth if you enjoy games with clear immediate feedback. It gives you a simple job to do, and rewards you with a beautiful clean Moving down the list to number 7, I highly recommend checking out Little Chef Cozy Cooking. If you find games like Overcooked highly stressful, I found the perfect alternative for you. This is a physics-based cooking sandbox. There are absolutely no timers and 0 stressful failure states. You simply chop ingredients, organize your kitchen space, and cook at your exact preferred pace. I spent a full hour just arranging the pantry shelves and meticulously cutting vegetables into uniform pieces. You use your mouse to click and physically drag your ingredients across the cutting board and into the pans. The physics engine makes a simple act of preparing food for very tactile and satisfying. I love that the game gives you the complete freedom to experiment without penalizing you for taking too long to complete an order. You make a mess, take your time cleaning it up, and eventually plate a digital meal. I recommend downloading this one if you want the theme of a cooking game without the anxiety of a ticking clock. Right after you finish organising your virtual kitchen, you can move to my number 6 pick, Wax Heads. This is a handcrafted puzzle game where you run an independent record. Your main task is to listen to the quirky customers and recommend specific music based on their individual tastes and personality. I noticed right away that this is easily the most aesthetic game in the entire Next Fest lineup. The developer used an incredible scrapbook art style. Every character and environment looks like it was cut out of a physical magazine and glued together by hand. The textures actually look like real paper and cardboard. I found the puzzle mechanics of matching the right album to the right customer to be highly rewarding. I spent a lot of time just reading the fictional album covers and appreciating the massive amount of detail put into the store's inventory. I highly recommend playing this demo for the striking visuals and the relaxing puzzle gameplay. My number 5 pick is Thrifty Business. This is a 90s aesthetic thrift store simulator from the developers who made Sticky Business. You run a vintage shop by opening cardboard boxes full of random donated items and arranging them on your display shelves. I found the gameplay to be highly relaxing because you simply focus on unpacking and organising the inventory. I spent my entire time in the demo sorting old electronics, toys and clothes by their specific colours and themes to make the shop look perfect. The game actually rewards you with community points for maintaining a highly organised store. I use those points to unlock new wallpaper and display racks to customise the space. I love how it takes a specific satisfaction of placement puzzles like unpacking and applies it to a retail setting. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I am posting a full demo gameplay video of Thrifty Business on Friday, and I highly recommend picking up this demo if you enjoy precision placing and decorating your own custom space. Moving on to number 4, we have Cave Oasis at Shy Lake. This is a solar punk farming simulator. You grow hydroponic crops inside interconnected moon caves. I love that this game completely abandons the standard farm simulator formula of inheriting a plot of land from a grandfather. It focuses entirely on sci-fi sustainability. I spent my time in the demo setting up water filtration systems, connecting pipes, and managing the artificial light levels for my alien plants. The science fiction setting gives the traditional farming mechanics a completely fresh context. I found the environment to be very peaceful to look at. The bright neon lights of the hydroponic bays contrast beautifully against the dark, rocky cave walls. I recommend Cave Oasis at Shy Lake to anyone who loves farming simulators or wants a completely different setting and atmosphere. We are now entering the top 3, and my number 3 pick for this Next Fest is Collector's Cove. This is a farming and exploration adventure game where the core gameplay involves cultivating a floating farm on a large wooden boat. A giant friendly dinosaur physically pulls your boat across the ocean water, and I spent a long time simply feeding and petting the dinosaur. I sailed to several distinct islands during my time with the demo. I explored the beaches and forests on foot. I discovered new types of seeds and native crops on each island. I brought them back to the boat and added their details to my botanical compendium. I love how this game takes the standard farming mechanics and makes them entirely mobile. I planted my new seeds in the soil plots on my deck. I watered them and watched them grow while the dinosaur pulled me to the next location on the map. I recommend this game if you want the steady progression of a farming sim combined with continuous travel. I found it highly engaging to always have a new landmass appearing on the horizon while I managed my daily chores. Moving closer to the number 1 spot, my number 2 pick is Cat Isle. This is a town builder similar to games like Animal Crossing, but it's 2D and pixel art. You manage a tropical island resort built exclusively for cats. I found the visual design and the character animations to be insanely cute. Every single cat has a distinct look and personality. The management mechanics are surprisingly deep and require a lot of active play. I spent several hours in the demo laying out the pathways and placing the outdoor furniture to optimize comfort. I built custom housing for the permanent residents and monitored the individual needs, preferred activities, and favourite foods of every feline visitor. You actively manage the resort economy to afford better upgrades for your town square. I've done a full gameplay video of Cat Isle demo and it was released last Friday. Please go ahead, watch that video and like it. I highly recommend downloading this demo immediately if you enjoy town builders with complex customization and adorable animal villages. I thoroughly enjoyed every minute I spent planning my resort. We have finally reached the #1 spot on the list. My absolute favourite game of Next Fest is Outbound. The developers unexpectedly released a demo, and I believe this is the absolute must-play game of the entire event. Outbound is a single or multiplayer glamping and survival simulator. Your main objective is to turn a basic electric camper van into a highly functional off-grid home. I spent hours scavenging for scrap materials in the environment, and I used those materials to build custom modular furniture for the interior of my van. You'll carefully place your bed, storage cabinets, and crafting stations to maximize the limited space. You also have to manage the energy consumption of your vehicle. I powered my van by constructing small wind turbines and solar panels that you attach directly to the roof. I love the literal feeling of a road trip that this game provides. I drove my customized van through the colourful environments, stopped near lakes to gather resources, and crafted new upgrades while enjoying the scenery. I played this with a friend, and I promise you will enjoy the cooperative progression of turning a simple vehicle into a fully sustainable mobile house. I want you to download this specific demo immediately. Before I end the video, I want to state the importance of wishlisting these games on Steam. Indie developers rely completely on Steam wishlists for visibility and future sales. If you decide to download any of the 10 demos I covered today and you enjoy them, I highly encourage you to hit the wishlist button on their specific store page. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it legitimately helps secure the financial future of these independent studios by increasing their visibility in the Steam algorithm. I want to see these developers succeed. But let me know your specific plans for the Next Fest. Tell me in the comments below exactly which demo you plan to download first, and I also want you to leave a comment if I missed any other good cozy demos during my testing. I read every single comment, and I want to play your personal recommendations. I plan to do full, comprehensive reviews of all of these games when they officially launch on Steam, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss those future videos. I appreciate you watching my Next Fest coverage today, and I'll see you in the next video.